What's up out there, YouTube? This your boy Ronnie from New Orleans. I'm just here to let y'all know I did it, baby. I did it. I'm officially a part of the United States Army. So today I want to just tell y'all, I just want to talk to y'all about my ASVAB experience. Where do I start? For a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos that it was just so easy. They just went up in there, knocked the test out, didn't even study, got a high score, and that was that. But for some people like me, I actually had to study. Like, I was one of those people who actually really had to study. Like, I graduated high school back in 2008, and this is April 2013. I just passed the test January 8, 2013. This was my sixth time taking the test before I actually passed it. 6. And I ain't stuttering when I say 6. A lot of people used to just tell me, Ronnie, just give up, you're not going to do it. Just give up. I would tell anybody out there, there's something that you really want, work for it. Nothing in life comes easy. And I realized me working this hard to get it, while I'm in, I'm going to appreciate it a lot more. I feel like I'll appreciate it a lot more and work a lot more harder than the people who were just easy. Not taking it from the people who were just easy. Hey, I was one of them guys who just played around in high school, and that's the consequences of you playing around in high school. But my first time taking that, I called the recruiter, said I wanted to take the ASVAB. I wanted to go to the military. He said I had to take the ASVAB. First time taking it, thought I could be one of them dudes, one of the guys that just go up and knock it out. It's nothing. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. I wound up doing horrible. I made like a 19. Yeah, that was horrible. I seen people do worse, like an 8 or 4 and stuff but hey, we all in the same bracket. 19 is bad. So what I did was, we got me a couple of books, started, a couple of studying, but I feel like I really wanted it, but I wasn't taking it very serious. Honestly, I didn't take it serious until my 6th time taking it. I'm making this video because I can stop some young female or young man who wants to actually go into the military and take the ASVAB, to basically kind of show them what I did that helped me and kind of speed up their process. Now, what I did was, I knew that my weakness was vocabulary and the math. The paragraph comprehension, honestly, it's basically like understanding. Basically, because all you're doing is reading the passage and you answering the questions right out the passage. Now, it's better to go over with the paragraph comprehension, with how they do it, how you can pick out certain stuff, but it's just common sense. You read the passage, answer the question. My 2 biggest things were vocabulary and math. Now, with the vocabulary, it kind of got to me because of the fact that I was that type where every time I took the test, like, I'd be like, man, hold on. I'm sorry. I'd be like that type of dude where I'd be like, damn, what is this word? Like, it'll be a big word, and I'd be like, man, I don't know this word. But then if I hear it, like, if someone says it, like, I'd be like, oh, I know what that word is. Now, that was my problem. So what I did, I evaluated, like, what was I doing wrong all 5 times that I keep failing? So what I did was, I doubled back, and I said, I'm going to start from the very beginning. Like, I'm teaching myself all over again. So I started from the very beginning, started off going on computer, and I went to, like, elementary, like, how to pronounce words out, like, how to actually pronounce a whole word out. And I was like, I started seeing myself, like, the smallest things, like, you used to learn way back in elementary, I wasn't really doing that. So I worked my way to doing that again. That helped me out. Another thing that helped me out for the vocabulary, I started memorizing a lot of prefixes, suffix, and root words. That helped me out so much. And I was like, I'm going to say like a simple word, like repay. I know what pay means. To repay, like, mean back. Like, oh, repay, like, so, like, it was like the smallest little things, like, that helped me out for vocabulary. Bang, that upped my score on the vocabulary. Now, for the math, I was always horrible in math. I was always that dude that said, man, math is not my subject at all. And I realized it's just a mind thing. People, and I realize people who say that they hate math, they was never, math is not the good subject. You only say you hate something when you can't do it. So when I started teaching myself how to actually do math, I started enjoying math. Like, damn, I like math. Like, especially now when I see a math problem, I be like, oh, it was like yesterday I was watching Steve Harvey show, and he said a math question up in there, and I was just like, as he was talking, like, I'm doing the math question, I'm doing a formula in my head. Like, that's how much I like math now. Now, what I did for math, now I'm gonna give you some advice. I'm gonna like skip all that and go straight to the ASVAB. What helped me out on the ASVAB is I would give it to anybody. Yourteacher.com. I know you're a recruiter and a lot of people be like, go to fortest.com and all that. Forget all of that. Because all that is, well, for me, it didn't help me out because all that is just telling you, it's just showing you questions. But it's not, I don't feel like it's explaining to you how to get the answer, like how to break it down and get the answer. Yourteacher.com. Your, Y-O-U-R, teacher.com. Yourteacher.com. It will work. Trust me. And actually, before you, as soon as you go in there, it's going to have testimonies. I actually put one of my testimonies on there, but it's going to give you a whole list of testimonies for people who actually took the ASVAB test and how much it increased their score. I mean, really increased their score. The whole thing about yourteacher.com, it breaks it down to where you can't understand. It's basically, it's like it's a virtual teacher who only teach you. You're the only student. Like, it's gonna be you and the computer, and he actually teach, and it works at your pace. It's like, pause or whatever. Like, it works at your. It's a virtual teacher, and I tell you, it has 95% of everything that's gonna be on that test. If you actually study that and do it, like do that whole like everything they give you for the ASVAB, the lessons and stuff, you will not fail that test. Trust me when I say you will not fail that test if you put the time in. Do it. And it starts from the very beginning, from addition to subtraction to percentage to algebra to equations, like word problems. And word problems used to be like, I used to be like, damn, with numbers I'm good now, but word problems, and it helps you out big time. Another thing that helps me out, like I was that far behind, so I needed more options too. So I had yourteacher.com. I also bought ASVAB for Dummies. Now, I wouldn't recommend it to people. A lot of people say it's good. Some people say it don't. It's not good. But for me, it wasn't that really good for me. It's okay. I'm going to say it's okay. But I had got McGraw-Hill's ASVAB. Oh, man, that book is amazing. That's a #1 book I would tell anybody to get. I had McLean, something like that, ASVAB. That was okay, too. I had a couple of them. But like I tell you, I was so behind to where, like, I was studying Your Teacher, those 3 ASVAB books I had. Plus, I bought Barron's, and this works good, too. It's Barron's ASVAB flashcards. They're flashcards. Like, you could, like, when I was on my way to work, I was driving in the car, walking up the street to the store, or something like that, I could just have my flashcards in my pocket, and I'm just flipping through them. And it has all the subtests, like, it gives you just words for the word knowledge, it gives you problems, like, it's good. And I went beyond that. I really wanted to get this score up. So I went to Barnes & Noble and I just started buying some math books. Like, I bought like Painless. Painless is a good book. It's a book called Painless, but it's a different kind of Painless. Like, I bought Painless Algebra. I bought Painless Geometry. I bought Painless Paragraph Comprehension Studying. I bought Painless Algebra, Geometry, it was a couple of Painless books I bought, and that really helped me out too. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff, like, not just getting the materials, you gotta actually put the time in. So it was many times, like I tell you, I told my friend, nah, man, I ain't coming to play ball today. No, I ain't going out tonight. I had to study. When I get off of work, or before I go to work, like, I actually made a routine to where before I even go to work, I would wake up at like 6 in the morning. I had to be to work for 9. So I would get up at about 6, take a shower, I start studying before I even go to work. And when I get off, study a little more. Then I have my time to, because that's how I programmed my mind at that time. That I really wanted this. So, me doing all that, it helped me out so much. And me playing around, that was my 6th time, so I had 6 months to study. I had a lot of time. So I'm like, and for the reading comprehension and the word knowledge, the more you read, the more it helps. Like, I was that dude that never read, unless I'm gonna just say I never read. I just never read books. Like, I would just, unless I had to do it for school or something, I wouldn't read no book. But it helps you out. Like, the more I started reading, the more I enjoy. Like, I heard someone say it, like, they always say it, but I just never paid attention to it. Get a book that you enjoy. It could be a newspaper. Like, just start getting stuff that you enjoy and just read it. So, I don't know. I'm fascinated with people's lives and, like, as far as Black history and, like, just history and, like, celebrity lives. Like, I just read a lot about that. So, I just started reading stuff like that. If I want to know something about a person, I read their biography. Like Harry Tubman. Like, I'm fascinated with history, so I just started reading stuff, just reading. Then I decided, you know what? It's time I start reading the books, like actual books. So I started reading the Bible a lot more, like just to read it. For, my spiritual, for me and just to get closer to God too, but just reading it. That was something I love to read, so I just started reading a lot more of it. And my first actual book I read and finished, like, honestly, was Steve Harvey's Think Like a Man. I know some people say that's a chick book or whatever. That's not the case. If you read the book, it's kind of a book. Honestly, be honest with you, a lot of these females reading the book, so honestly, it could put you on game though, man. That was really one of the reasons why, man, because they quick to come at, like, a lot of females are quick nowadays to come at you about some junk he got up in that book. So you know what? I said, I'm about to put myself on game. I'm about to read this book. So any question she come at me with, I already, basically like the movie. They read the book, so whenever they girl did something or asked them a question that came out that book, they already knew the answer to keep them on keep them on good terms. Yeah, man. So like I said, read the book. And plus, I wasn't really doing it just to keep my girlfriend on my keep me on my toes with my girlfriend. It was really a good book. Like, honestly, it was a good book. So the more you read, the more you enjoy it. Just read. The more you read, that'll help you in all the areas you need. Knowledge is power. I know that now. It's crazy that it took me to after high school to actually enjoy learning. I probably would be way further than what I am in my life right now. Now, I'm not disappointed how my life turned out because I actually, looking back, I really enjoyed my life. Like, I had a nice childhood, teenage years, and to a young man, to one man now. I had a good life. It's just the way I want to travel, I want to go further. That's why I decided to go to the military. And benefits, if you know what I mean. But for everybody out there who wants to go in the military, like I tell anybody, don't give up and just keep trying. If it's something you really want, just pray, stay at it. Ask God if it's meant to be, God to make it happen. This is Ronnie from New Orleans, and I'm out of here. Peace out.